Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley Rose and I'm here today with the cutest cat in the world, Fluffy, and my dad, David. Thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure.
Okay, Fluffy wants to go over here. Well, today we are going to be talking about cats. Now, specifically, I thought it would be fun for us to share some stories and memories of our experience with our own pet cats over the years, because we're a cat family, we love cats, and we've had a few different cats over the years. So let's do it. Now, you've just met Fluffy. She is the only cat we have right now. But why don't we start at the very beginning?
Well, so the very beginning, when I grew up, we had cats, but I never quite bonded with them. And so the first cat I really bonded with was our first family cat, was JJ.
And what does JJ stand for?
Jaguar Jr. And JJ, I inherited from a good childhood friend of mine, Adam, who passed away. And JJ was he had several cats, but JJ was his favorite cat, and his mother wanted me to have him. So we brought JJ home, and actually we had JJ before we had Ashley. Yeah, he was very sweet. Beautiful orange tabby, very sweet disposition, would go along with whatever and would let you, snuggle with him, and yeah, it was a very sweet cat.
Yeah. And I remember when I was little, I hadn't yet learned like the best way to interact with a cat all the time, and so sometimes I would get super excited and I would chase after him and pull his tail and stuff, and he was really sweet about it. He would run away, but he never held it against me. Yeah, we loved JJ. He was like a very good cat. And since we're sitting here in my room, this is a stuffed animal that I got after JJ died. My parents took us to the toy store to get stuffed animals to remind us of him because we missed him a lot. And this is JJJ, Jaguar Jr. So named for JJ, and yeah, we love him.
And Jaguar Jr., actually, interesting story, was Jaguar Jr. because Adam, when he grew up, had a cat, an orange tabby boy that was named Jaguar. And I remember Jaguar as Adam's cat. He was a nice cat. So when Adam had his own cat, when he moved out on his own, he named him Jaguar Jr.
Oh, the legacy goes on. Oh, well, okay. The next cats we had was several years after JJ died, probably like 4 or 5 years. We got 2 new cats, and those were Fluffy and Spot. Now, Fluffy, you've met. Spot was her sister, and just beautiful, wonderful cat, and we'll talk about her more, but she died recently, in 2019, in the end of 2019, so almost a year ago now.
And we got Fluffy and Spot. We were actually thinking we'd get Kitten, and then we thought, maybe get a pair of kittens so they could keep each other company. And it was kitten season, and so of course kittens were, lots of people were wanting kittens, and there were kittens around, but we had heard about some people that did rescue cats, and basically there was someone who was fostering 2 3-year-old cats, and again, it's a little harder to get people to adopt older cats, and so we said, it would probably be a better thing for us to adopt adult cats, and so we went and met Fluffy and Spot, and they actually were already named Fluffy and Spot. We didn't try to rename them because they were 3 years old and already were used to those names. And so we went to the foster, the lady who was fostering them, met them, and
as soon as we saw them, I actually remember Mom kind of said this, so we saw them, and you can see they're beautiful, and they reminded us a little bit of JJ just because they were orange like him, and we were like, we can't not adopt them after that, so it was just kind of fate.
And Spot had sort of Fluffy's got this fluffy thing. Spot had a rich coat as well, but a different kind of fur texture. So
yeah, very shorter was the thing. So the names aren't that hard to get. Fluffy is very fluffy, as you've seen. Spot had a spot on her back,
a white spot,
a little white spot,
orange, yeah.
But the funny thing about Spot's name is that her name was appropriate for two reasons. Because Spot's favorite thing in the world was when you got up off of your Spot, like on the bed or something, she would immediately go and sit in your spots because it was nice and warm. And so whenever you would leave,
take your spot.
she would take your spot. So
it became Spot.
Spot. Yeah. So very appropriate name for her in that way as well.
And they did, it was nice to have the two sisters, and they did keep each other company. And so if we would go out for the day, they seemed like they still, you know, they were fine with that, right? So.
Yeah. And like they would like play fight sometimes, but they would also groom each other and hang out together a little bit. Spot always got really nervous when you picked her up because she didn't like being far off the ground. I think like maybe she was nervous someone would drop her or something. She was really heavy. She was like a squishy. I called her my squishy. She was really fat. But yeah, she would prefer if you would like pet her while she was sitting and not picked up. Yes, Spot and I had a special bond, so I was really especially sad when she died last year.
So.
Yeah.
But yes, Fluffy has now become the sole diva in the house and really gets the run of the place. And,
she gets all the attention whenever we need a cat, so you know, she's a little spoiled in that way right now.
Sometimes more attention than she wants.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But we love her so much. So
she's really enjoyed having Ashley. Ever since Ashley came home from school, it's been especially nice for her to have that extra attention.
Yeah. No, so I'm really happy that I've gotten some extra time with her. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for all the time I get to spend with her. Hang on, while we're talking about her. But yeah.
We're talking about you, so you have to say hi to the camera.
Say hello to my fans. They're really your fans. Yeah, there we go. That's comfy, right, Fluffy? Anyway.
But yes, we've had a lovely history with cats, and they've been very nice.
I always really want cats in my life. They make me really happy. Right, Fluffy?
Mm-hmm. Right.
She's like really not.
She doesn't want to be on camera.
She's not happy with that right now.
She's like, get me off camera. I'm shy.
Hang on. I know how we should do this. Ready, everyone? Oops. There she is. All right, Fluffy. We'll come to you. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was fun to hear about our love of cats. There she goes. Anyway, if you liked it, like it. Comment below. I'd love to hear about how you guys feel about cats or pets in general. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All right, let's go back here. All right, we love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Stay with me, my baby.
She's done.